Okay, good afternoon guys, thanks for coming. Thanks for wearing the right footwear, you've all got the appropriate clothing on. Welcome. So today we're going to focus on your cardiovascular fitness,
muscular endurance, and also give you a bit of a cardio burn, okay?
But I know, Kalina, you've been training with us for a couple of weeks, so we're going to move it up to that upper moderate intensity, okay? I want you working about 70% of your maximum heart rate, okay? We're going to start today with the warm-up, and then what I've got planned for you is a superset workout. Because there's 8 of us, and we need to maintain the social distancing of 1.5
and agonist muscles, so you're going to get twice the bang for your buck, because I know you're really busy and we want to fit a full body workout.
All compound exercises. There is some space if you want to isolate. I know you worry about those bingo wings, Kalina. If you want to bring in some dips and curls, we can station one. We've got skipping. We'll use that in the warm-up, just to make sure that we've got the right technique. We've got air squats and step-ups on station 2. That's going to work your glutes, your hammies and your quads. We'll move into crunches and lying knee raises. That's your abdominals, your lower and upper. We're going to work on push-ups and Australian pull-ups. Now, it has been some rainy conditions. What we're going to do, you're welcome to run up the hill just to keep that intensity up. But when you're coming back, just walk down to the next station. That's just for your safety. And we'll be up on the bar up there, and we'll be using a pronated grip for our Australian pull-ups. If you haven't done them before, I'll demonstrate
push-ups and Australian pull-ups, they're going to work your... the push-ups will work your triceps, your anterior deltoids.
With the push-ups and the pull-ups. Push-ups are going to hit your triceps, your anterior deltoids, and your pectoralis major. Some people like to call it pectoralis, but pectoralis is more fun. And then we're going to do the Australian pull-ups to work your latissimus dorsi, your lats.
Okay, we move on to split lunges. Okay, you may have seen them done before. The split lunge will work you hard, and then we're going to follow that with some balance activity, and that's the drinking bird, which is a deadlift. Now, you might have seen deadlift in the gym, but we do a deadlift without any weights, and you'll feel it because you've just finished a set of, or a minute of. So we'll begin with just a 5-minute warm-up. Okay, it's really important to warm up to make sure that we're getting blood flow to those major muscle groups that we're working. And also
heart rate up to the intensity that we want to carry on in the workout. So for us today, we're looking at about 60% in our age bracket. We're looking at about 60% of our maximal heartbeat. And you don't need to be checking your watch. I know some of you have the heart rate monitors, so good on if you want to check, but just go by your breathing, okay? If you can carry a conversation but you can't sing, then we're probably moving up into that moderate range.
Talk,
okay? If you really can't,
to the upper moderate, we're probably up above 70. Some of you might get there if you push yourself, but you don't have to. Okay, we want good form, we want to be safe, we want to enjoy the warm-up as well. Increases your body temperature, increases your heart and respiration rate by increasing tissue extensibility. Okay. The circuit we're doing today, you'll all be on one station. You'll do each side of the superset. So you'll do 1A and 1B without a break. That will be a minute for each exercise. Then I've been really kind. I'm giving you 20 seconds to get to the next station.
Now, if you need a drink,
have a break.
You're welcome to hydrate at the bubblers at the end of the building anytime. But let's try and keep it till we get to this rotation.
Following a circular pattern, you just go to the next station at the end of the day. After we've run through that circuit twice for 2 minutes, we're going to do one more burner for 1 minute. You'll just choose the exercise you feel you can do more of or that you enjoy more, okay? So that way we're doing half the work, but we're going to up the intensity for that last. So guys, we're going to start off with the warm-up. We're just going to start by marching high knees on the spot, so I'll get you in on that. High knees. Okay, we want to move our arms as well. Start by rotating. Now, any other injuries or little problems, niggling problems you've got? Any shoulder problems?
Yeah, I have a sore shoulder.
Okay, so what we'll do, we're not doing any forward movement. I'll monitor you when we get onto Australian pull-ups, and that should actually improve that and help it.
You're going to do some shuttle runs and skipping. I'm going to give you 2 minutes of that. Just get us warmed up to that, just to 60%. So remember, you're starting to breathe heavily. You can still hold a conversation. Okay, here, station 2, we've got squats, air squats. Okay, the squats, we've got step-ups. We're not looking for super speed, okay? We want good form. That's the important thing. And then you work up to the speed that you're comfortable and slightly uncomfortable with. Now, a common error, people going on their toes, leaning forward, moving their knees forward. Act as if you're sitting down on a little stool, okay? So raise your hands up also, can keep you upright. Sometimes if you have equipment or your baby, you can lift your baby up or a ball and hold that up. That will keep you upright and erect. And you're coming down, as if you're sitting in a stool, down into your heels, your feet are parallel. This is one, particularly if you're getting into moderate intensity, there's a little room for injury, so we need to be careful. When you've got to step, you always step up with a full foot. Okay, don't land on the balls. Okay, we're not going for speed. Full foot, up, and step down. You can alternate feet. Some people feel more comfortable alternating or going back and down and alternating. We don't step off to the front. and we don't step up backwards, okay? That's a recipe for disaster.
Okay, station 3, A and B. 3A, the classic crunch. Just make sure you're not pulling on your neck. Okay, you only need to go about 30 degrees. Okay, you don't need to go all the way to your knees. Your feet are 45-degree angle. The knee raise or the leg.
I don't want you doing straight legs unless you're really strong in your abdominals. Okay, if you've had a baby recently, probably want to start just with knee raises or knee curls. You can relax your head. You don't want to be pulling and straining your neck. If you want to go longer, you can go wider. And we're not lifting our back off the ground. You can put your hands just above your butt to add some support.
Mistake that people make sometimes just pointing their toes. You don't need to point your toes. This is station 4B. This is the Australian pull-up, and you've probably seen something similar, or it has been called a different name, but I'll just show you this just to make sure that you understand. Okay, we want slightly wider shoulder grip, pronated, overhand grip. You're going to squat down safely, hold your weight on your hands, and then you just put your feet out. Now, you can go down, you can go as low as you like. If you want to get a fuller range, you can go as low, or you can go higher, which makes it a bit easier also.
Here we are at station 5, A and B. We've got split lunges. Okay, by now you've done a bit of work, so just be careful with this. If you want to go lower impact, okay, this is a regression, you can do that, and that's just step back lunge. Okay, I favour the step back lunge over the forward lunge because there's less risk to your knee here. You push your ligament. What you want to do, step back and think of your front knee going down. Okay, you want to feel a bit of a stretch in your hip flexor. You don't need to touch the ground. You want your front leg to be at 90 degrees. Then we've got the drinking bird deadlift, and you're thinking deadlifts are for the gym. No, we can do it without weight. We've just blasted our legs, our glutes and our quads. Now we're just going to do a balance activity. The drinking bird, I like to keep my hands by my side for this. Okay, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to balance on one leg. I'm leaning forward, and I want to be a T, basically, as close as possible as a T. Now, I'm going to say 5 on each leg. If you alternate, you don't get any, you lose your balance a bit easier, and then you don't really get that work. What you're doing, if you stay on the same leg,
a lot. You've got your posterior chain working a lot at the same time to keep that balance. And you'll start feeling any weakness. This is a good exercise for spotting weaknesses or imbalances. You might find that your hips on one side overcompensate. You might find that you're bending one way.
Planks and mountain climbers. The plank, it's important. Okay, if this serves a bit hard for you, you can just do this up in a push-up position. Now, 2 things we can do. We can go too low, or we can do this to make it easier. You want your whole body tense. Once again, don't look up. You want to be looking straight down. You can have a bit of flexion in your arms. The classic version, arms straight, but you don't want to be rolling. You don't want to be inverting your arms. We're doing that a lot these days with mobile phones and sitting at keyboards. Our bodies are sort of trained in.
Mountain climbers are more so. Often people misconstrue that a mountain climber is the same position as a push-up or a plank, but it's hard to get your feet up like that. So here you can have a bit of movement because you're just stepping.
So we finished our warm-up. We're in our first positions. Everyone set. Begin. Okay, Renee, let's just bring it back on your heels, remember? Imagine you're sitting down on a stool. Yeah, that's much better. You can even put your toes in slightly more. That's the way. Pull it down to your heel. You don't want to go below parallel, so go as low.
Is that comfortable for you? How are you going?
Is it arching too much? Does it look like...
Okay, so if you can fit your hand behind your small of your back, then you want to flatten it down. You want it to be natural. That's the way. Keep your feet together. Okay, what you could do, you can make it into toe taps so that you're just hinging on your hip. Yeah, up. That's excellent. Okay, Ainsley, how are you feeling with that push-up? Okay, do you want to try some incline push-ups? Okay, it's a bit more upright. Oh, and we're changing. So next exercise, I'll just demonstrate the incline. So it's just on height. You can do this on walls. It's just the same. And that will take some stress off your wrist too if you've got problems there.
Done these before. If it's getting challenging, keep going. Push yourself a bit more. We got 10 seconds. Then you get a 20-second break. Okay, next 1 minute. Okay, that's great, Ainsley. Good control. Make sure that knee's not tracking forward. That's the way. You feel the stretch. It's okay. You can go off balance. That's excellent. Renee, let's just take your backside down a little bit. Really brace your core. That's brilliant. That's excellent form. Okay, I know it's challenging. Kalina, let's keep our feet flat on the floor. Just have a bit of a pause up there and down. Now you want to roll your back up. Okay, so roll. That's the way. If you feel any lower back pain or anything like that, we can change the progression. Okay, we're in P. That's good. Okay, come on, Renee. I think you can go a bit quicker than that. I want you to imagine that you bring your knee up to your stomach.
This is hard. Can I make it easier?
How about move your legs in a bit and hinge your hip a bit more. This is okay to move your backside up a bit more. You need the clearance room. That's excellent. Okay, Kalina, that's great. Let's challenge ourselves a bit. Really tense that core up, and I want you to pause on each raise, okay? That's it. Pause, hold it, down, okay? You can also turn that exercise into a holding exercise similar to the plank to be more challenging. Ainsley, once again, really good balance. I reckon you could go, you could go forward a bit more. Yes, make sure you keep your neck facing down so that you're not, that's brilliant.